am Claudia Mendez, and today I have Sister Carol Morgan with us. And Sister Carol Morgan, tell me about the Power of a Dream program. What is it all about?
The Power of a Dream program is an initiative that is used to motivate young people, especially our youths, those who have been going to school and get awards, and those who have been excelling in the tertiary, secondary, and primary. So it is used as an internal, it can be an in-reach as well as an outreach. So we don't just motivate the youths inside the church, but we also extend it to the community. So it's a motivational sort of program.
I like it. We had our Power of a Dream award ceremony today, and it went well, and I think the students, they're really happy for it. It started in the Palm SDA, the church that you're from. So tell me, how did you come by the idea of the Power of a Dream program?
Well, we started in 2013, and this all began when I personally decided to extend something that I've been practicing at home with the family to the church. So what I'd normally have done would give my children $50 or $100 when they make A's. I could not give them those big monies, you know. But by the time we reached 2013 and they were one finishing prep school, the other finishing high school, I decided that I would extend it to I was a youth sponsor, so I decided to bring that to the church. And when I made that suggestion, the church approved it, the board approved it, and so we started getting sponsors. And that year, we awarded 15 students, 8 from the church and 7 from the community, and we had only 11 sponsors.
That's great. I think it's a great way to get our students to do well, because students love rewards. When you know you're going to get a reward to do well, you're going to do well, right?
Right.
And how would you describe the progress of the program thus far? Is it what you anticipated?
Honestly, I think it has superseded what I have anticipated, actually, because I thought that it would just be an annual event for the church. But when I saw the response of the community, especially the church members, but especially the responses of the community, the parents, the children, see how they have been motivated and how they are doing well, it allows me to think that it can get bigger and better. And every year it has gotten bigger to the extent that Old Harbour becomes our first child, and then Tom's River 4 years now. What has been happening is that more and more sponsors have come on board, and companies like NCU Media, they have come on board, OJ Coolers, Jamaica Bedding, quite a number of persons have come on board, and so far we have roughly 50 sponsors, regular sponsors, who are supporting the program. So it far exceeds what I anticipated.
And we have to thank our sponsors, because without them, we wouldn't have a program. Since last year, we had to have a virtual program because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Did that limit your access to sponsorship?
Actually, last year was our best year. And I think that most sponsors, they looked at they commended the church for having done such a thing despite the pandemic. So more people reached out to us, and the contribution was very copious. What must I say? More. Some people doubled their effort. So we were able to do 111 awardees last year, tertiary level as well, and they were able to get a lot of scholarship, and we did not base it on we did not base it on any passes that time, because as you can remember, the results came out late, and then we maintain our date. Our date is the 3rd week in August. So we maintained the date, so results came after. So we awarded everyone. And so last year was one of our biggest income as it relates to contribution from sponsors.
Praises be to God. How do the awardees generally respond to the program?
very, very welcoming. And not only the awardees, but their parents, the community people, even though some persons don't have anybody being awarded, they come on grounds and help to even set up the tent and stuff like that, that we do it on the lawn. So the awardees, they do very well. They push themselves, and we have established what we call the pt.1 education task force, where you monitor them. So they are doing very well, and persons have become members as a result of the Power of a Dream. They have become members of the church as a result.
And my final question to you is, where would you like to see the Power of a Dream program in the next 5 years?
Well, already the Power of a Dream program has exceeded our expectation as a church and as community. And what I would love to see is that more young people would have been impacted, because honestly, the needs are there, and it's more than the needs far exceed financial needs. Emotionally, that sort of support, when somebody can reach out to you and support you, that is really well needed. So what I would love to see is that as many churches as possible to be called a chapter. So far, we have 2 chapters. So we have heard of other churches showing an interest, and we are more than ready to go and help and launch those churches. So we heard of somewhere in Montego Bay has been calling us quite often. We heard of a church in Portmore. Somebody has reached out to me just by advertising this flyer for Old Harbour. And there's a big church in Kingston. I really won't call their names, but they are very well interested. And now that we are officially registered, that is going to be a very good elevation for this, because it's not just you just do your thing. It's a business. You have your TRN, your TCC. You are recognized. So even the sponsors who are reaching out to us now, for example, your church, those big contributions, these persons can at least benefit from tax credit now. So instead of paying all that tax to the government, they could put it in a fund like this, because it's charity, and then they get a tax break. So there's good things ahead of us. And the next stage, as it relates to our registration, we will be applying for the charitable status, which means that if it is that Old Harbour, for example, wants to get chairs for the church, and you get a sponsor overseas, it will not cost us anything. It will just very minimal stuff it will cost us to get these things. So I have great expectations, and I'm pretty confident that within the next 5 years, a lot of things will be happening, and it does not necessarily include us. It far exceeds us.
Indeed, by the grace of God, it will happen. I just want to say thank you, Sister Morgan, for your contribution to the Power of a Dream program. To the students, continue to do well. And of course, to our sponsors, thank you so much for awarding the students. And remember, even if $1, we want it. Every mickle make a muckle. God bless you all.